compete with. I feel we can beat the Browns. We can compete with Baltimore if they have Lamar, and we're right there with the Bengals.
That young man put his life on the line for you, for your entertainment.
We were talking all before the game. You know, everyone was like, "Nah, Ravens don't have a shot," and they're right there. What is going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? I knew you were going to say something. I knew as soon as you were going to say
something. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did.
I said nothing.
You said a lot, just with your look. Wait, what are you laughing at, Bronny?
I don't know how I'm going to ask who that young lady was that was joining me on the screen.
A young lady? Wow.
I mean,
Wow. That's so rude.
Is it?
So rude. God, the double chin, though. Oof. Gotta fix that. A beard covers up a lot. Oh my God, neck too. And I decided to wear a tank top. Oh, damn. Hot in Cali, I have to wear a tank top.
Wow.
Did Suge lose his room? No, I did not lose my room. Just took a little bit off the top. Just a little bit. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Still conspiracy. NFL season hasn't started. NBA season has ended. We got a little bit to talk about right now. Talk about a few things. It's been a long day for me. Long day for Bronny. Bronny's been working all day while I was on a boat, relaxing, eating like I was before I came on camera. I told Bronny I was eating like a pig. Let me tell you something. I tried some good food. This week.
Good. It's good.
I had some good tacos, obviously. You know, where I was going, you're obviously going to have good tacos. But surprisingly, I think the thing that I loved the most from my trip was
spending time with loved ones.
No, not at all. That wasn't.
No, okay.
I tell you what, sports trivia, horrible. Marvel trivia, 17 out of 20.
Horrible at sports trivia, host of sports show.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. Well, here, I'll hit you with one, Bronny. I'll hit you with one.
I don't want to do that.
What team is the most featured on Sports Illustrated?
Wait, let me read Sports Illustrated. I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly what I said. Nope. Your Yankees.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about baseball because baseball, but that's true. That makes sense.
Here we go. You're a tennis guy.
No, I'm not a tennis guy. Who said I was a tennis guy?
You play tennis. You're a tennis guy.
No.
What is love equal?
0.
Oh, God damn you. I didn't get that right. I put 2. But Marvel, I killed it. Other than I got one question wrong. And you would be disappointed in me. Who is Arthur Curry?
Arthur Curry is? God damn, man. Like, what?
Who'd you say it was?
I don't know who Arthur Curry is.
You definitely know who Arthur Curry is.
I have no idea who Arthur Curry is.
It's Aquaman.
I've heard that
exactly.
Name.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But I did get one that everybody missed. They were like, "Who is Johnny Blaze?" What did everybody say? The Human Torch, Ghost Rider, and I felt good. What's going on, Buck? How you doing today, Jeremy Miller? Someone on screen has never looked more Mexican. Spoiler: it's Rodney. Rodney doesn't really look Mexican. Thank you, appreciate it. What up, Coach? How you doing? Make sure to check out Coach's stream. He was streaming today, talking about those ugly uniforms that the Ravens will be wearing, or alternate uniforms.
Those are fine. That logo looks stupid.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I caught the beginning of it before I had to take a nap. He was talking about the logo and everything like that. He said either all purple or all black with those helmets, and I have to agree with him. I would definitely, and like all white, you just look like a marker. Remember the markers that were all white with just like the tip? They would look
With a little swirl telling you what color it was.
yeah. So definitely the all black or all purple. I was thinking of the Yankees because they're how old are they? Yeah, it was what's on Suge's face? The mustache, the dust from the cruise coach sitting on. Yes, I think Ferris would have actually. I think Ferris would have gone because they had the length of a bowling lane meters. What is the meters? What's the standard meters for archery?
60.
70. You were close. 70 meters. Very close with that
Somebody's a
one.
stupid number.
Right? It was yeah, sports ones obvious questions I got right. They
Yeah.
Other than I almost let you down. I almost let rankings down. I didn't know middleweight was 150. And I know you're texting who you're texting. Just it's
Middleweight's
hot,
160.
okay?
Middleweight's 160.
160, yeah. Walter.
Welter
No, it was
146.
153.
154 is light middleweight or super welterweight.
Well, they said 153 is middleweight, so that's what I said.
They were wrong.
Panthers Blue Ravens Wire. All right, so let's get some of these topics, and we'll start with Rodney's favorite one. The Boston Celtics are the NBA champions. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown got their ring. They beat the Mavericks last. Was it Monday or last night? I don't remember. But which Monday was last night? See, that's how messed up I am. But they got the win in a blowout. Wasn't even competitive most of the time. And there was a little bit of controversy we'll talk about, but overall, a lot of people are talking about this championship win, saying it doesn't count. They didn't have to play Giannis. Hallenberg was hurt. Jimmy Butler was hurt. What says you, Mr. Brodney, who dislikes Jason Tatum so much?
Every championship counts. That's nonsense. Like you can go through any championship run and find a reason to put an asterisk if you want to be that person. If you want to do that, Giannis' championship doesn't count. Everybody was hurt. But it was an easy run through the East. But you play who's there. That's not on Boston.
Yeah, and they beat the Mavs, who beat the Timberwolves, who beat the Nuggets, who were the champions of last year. So, I mean, yeah, it might have been an easy run, but they made it look easy against the Mavs. Jeremy Mills says Kyrie can't handle that Boston crowd. Apparently,
Kyrie can't handle anything.
Was this? I mean, how are you feeling about this NBA season, Brodney? Like
it was a waste.
Was it a waste?
Yeah, nobody wants to see Boston win.
Apparently, Jerry West didn't.
That's terrible. You can't be doing that.
I didn't say anything. I just said Jerry West.
Can't be doing that.
Didn't want to see. And real quick, Willie Mays unfortunately passed away today. So we've lost two legends in Jerry West and Willie Mays. They lived a long life, so I can't really say condolences. They lived a really healthy, long life. But
say condolences because they were old.
I mean, look, he lived a long he lived till he's 96.
I understand that, but I mean, you could still say condolences. They still had family.
I understand they have family. Condolences to the family. I'm saying for them too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, you lived a really good life.
Had a pretty good run.
Yeah, had a pretty good run. And so, but condolences to their family.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, Bill Walton. Bill Walton partied through the 70s. When but he lost his battle. He lost his unfortunately passed away due to cancer. So, but why do you feel this NBA season's a waste, Bronny? Like, didn't enjoy it?
Because Boston won the championship. Nobody wanted to see that. It could have been way more. Like the playoffs could have been much more interesting, had it not been for Boston running through the East and then Dallas not really showing up in the finals. And it just kind of feels like it was all. This was like, the last or one of the last championships that these teams need to, have to try to grab before Wembanyama takes over the league. So good for them for cashing it in. You got maybe 2 more chances before it's the Spurs and then everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see about that. I don't know when Beyond's gonna be that great. But there's Boston. I watched a few of the games on the boat. And a lot of cheering for Boston. It was very interesting. But overall, I won't lie, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is a great finals. It was just kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that Denver's fault for just being so meh? I know Adelia, shout out to Adelia, is a Denver fan, but it just doesn't feel like epic. And when you even have a storied franchise like the Celtics in the finals, it didn't feel like anything. It just felt like okay.
And look, and I'll tell you, and that's gonna sound like I'm being a hater, but it's because I think that nobody really believed in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
As a team, that people don't really believe in Jason Tatum. They've gone to the playoffs and made runs many times and choked, particularly Tatum. So I think a lot of people just didn't really believe they were going to do it. And then, the other part of it is they were a much deeper team than everybody else. So you have those kind of competing things where you're like, they're obviously the best team in the league and they should win the championship. But, it's Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. They probably aren't going to. And then it just turned out that it wasn't even competitive. So it's like there wasn't anything real interesting about the run to the title.
Yeah, I think the only thing interesting, which is our next topic, was the Finals MVP. And I know you're good with numbers, Brodney, and I believe because I saw a graphic for it the other night. Jason Tatum had averaged more points than Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown had a better shooting percentage, I believe it was.
Yeah, Tatum, he had numbers, but he didn't play well in all the games. He played well in a couple games. I would have given it to Drew Holiday. I think he was the most important player for their entire run. I think he was the reason that they finally got over the top and actually won the title. I don't have a problem with Jaylen Brown winning it, but it should not have gone to Jason Tatum. No, he did not get snubbed.
How'd you feel about all Jason Tatum like recreating the Kobe thing, doing the Kanye West?
Well,
everybody
I
wants to
feel
know
like,
why how it'd be if I lost. I guess we'll never know. It's kind of
I feel
corny.
like he's just, he's not, he's not really. There's nothing wrong with Jason Tatum, right? But it's like he's not very likable. It's like he's doesn't really have his own personality. It seems like he's just kind of, he's like you created him in a video game to be the best player, and then there he is. And he's playing really well, and it's just like there's nothing interesting there.
Okay, there you go, Coach. Where'd he go? Sorry, Coach said not original. Yeah, I mean, I know Tatum's a Kobe guy. He obviously wanted to go to the Lakers, things like that. I mean, it is what it is. I do think it's funny, though, that everyone keeps posting that the 76ers and Lakers passed on both Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum for Brandon Ingram Ball. And I don't remember who the 76ers drafted, but was it Marshall?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Markel Fultz. No, I really wouldn't doubt, because if it was the Lakers passing with Brandon Ingram, that was the Ben Simmons draft. So that's who the Sixers took, Ben Simmons.
That looks bad. So, I'm not even going to ask this question, but I'll just ask. We'll ask this later for the NFL. early NBA, too early prediction for NBA. Who's your favorites going in East and West?
for next year. I obviously there's going to be a lot of movement, and it depends on what happens in free agency. I am going to say that I think getting embarrassed on the finals stage like that gets Luka to his Jokic moment of, hey, I'm actually going to get in shape this offseason. And I think Dallas gets back from the
And he's
West.
not gonna be fat Luca anymore.
Yeah. He'll be less Matt Luka. And then from the East, I think I'm going to pick Milwaukee. Giannis
Okay.
and Lillard.
With Giannis coming back.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I know you are not an AFC North. You're a Panthers fan, but AFC North will be featured in Hard Knocks, a whole division. Now, I wish our Ravens correspondent would have been here, but apparently he's got things to do. And Coach, you're in the chat. You can kind of chime in if you like. But has Panthers ever done Hard Knocks? No. Do you think how excited are you from the outside looking in for this? And do you think it's gonna show any interesting things about coaches, about organizations, things like that?
I haven't been excited for Hard Knocks in about 6, 7, 8 years, maybe. I think it's too much of a show. Like at the beginning, it seemed like more of an actual documentary where they were just going around and talking to the lower level players and just kind of following their stories. And then once they once they started getting more popular and the stars started getting involved, it just felt more disingenuous, I guess you could say. I don't really expect it to reveal anything. So I'm not really into the whole Hard Knocks thing at this point.
Are you going to watch it?
Probably not.
All right, okay.
I mean, unless we end up talking about it on the show. Yeah.
Cameras on Deshaun and Russell Wilson would be interesting, especially if he goes to massage parlor. It'd be very interesting. Where you going there, Deshaun? Nowhere. It's like that meme with Beetlejuice. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Just hanging around. There's only so much you can cover in NFL, but the vision on it could be good. Yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see. I think it's like the first time we're gonna actually see, for me, how, because as a fan, you can obviously get podcasts, especially now newer, since all the technology we have. You can see daily, OTAs, the off season stuff, the preseason stuff, and things like that. But now it's going to be on a grander stage, more for the world to see. It's going to be very interesting to see how Tomlin kind of does his thing. We'll get into Tomlin. I'm interested to see, from a perspective of the Bengals and how they deal with their whole situation with the Joe Burrow. Obviously, Jeremy brought up Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. I was gonna say Russell Westbrook or Russell Wilson. Lamar kind of being under that microscope, because this is one of the best divisions in the NFL. I think it's the best division.
Right behind the NFC South.
The NFC South is garbage.
No, they just beat up on each other. So it looks bad when you just look at the records. But
if
you actually watch them play,
it's like it's like 4 homeless people just beating up on each other.
That's weird. No, I don't remember bum fights. I don't watch bum fights, Suge.
That's what the NFC South is, bum fights.
No.
The AFC North is, Ring Kings boxing, and NFC South is bum fights.
Weird. Very weird. I think that the breakaway star of Hard Knocks is going to be Patrick Queen. I think he's going to be continuously trolling the Ravens anytime he gets on camera.
Yes, he's already doing that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely. I want to see. So I know it's kind of going off topic. So there's reports today that came out that says Justin Fields is already struggling in the Steelers offense. Then there's reports of Justin Fields is thriving in the Steelers offense. It's freaking June. Really, people?
So that's why we haven't been doing shows. There's nothing going on. There's nothing to talk about.
Oh, there's a lot.
People are just going to. There's just the people are just putting that out there just to publish something and just to get the clicks.
Rodney, in July, we're going to be doing shows every week talking about the Dynasty League and covering that and how bad Hendo is playing. Who rage? Listen, I want to get a. I can't do a poll in here. Dang it! I want one word. Who do you think is going to rage first in the chat? You got Hendo, you got Brodney, you got myself, you got Buck, you got Ferris, Coach.
I mean, it's obviously Ferris.
Hey, Big Reg, is Big Reg bought his console yet?
Yeah, Big Reg is playing.
Big Reg.
It's definitely.
You got choices, people. You got choices, so let us know.
It's absolutely going to be Ferris.
Yeah,
absolutely going to be Ferris. The
On
second
NCAA,
that someone steals a recruit from Ferris, he's going to rage quit.
Ferris, without a doubt. Come on now. Ferris is my favorite, but my money's on Buck. Oh wow. Yeah, but once NCAA 2025 comes out, we're doing a show every week, talking about just if we could get some game, if everyone could send some gameplay, that would be awesome.
You could do like a game of the week type of thing.
I'm kicking ass.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah, everybody's order it. I'm waiting for my damn copy.
Jeremy, are you going to be in the league, Jeremy?
It'll be available July 19th. All right, moving on.
If you're not a poor.
If not, you're not a poor. Big news for the Steelers. Mike Tomlin signs a 3-year extension. Now, we've had this conversation, Brodney, a couple of times. I actually didn't think Mike was going to come back. I thought he was going to be done with it after this year. But he signed a 3-year extension. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't think that in general coaches' contracts mean a whole lot. This is just, hey, if we do fire you, we're just going to give you some more money. But obviously he's a great coach, one of the best coaches ever. It would have been insane for the Steelers to not want him back. I think that, I was kind of with you. I thought that maybe he would be getting a little tired of the Pittsburgh thing and not having a quarterback and all that. But, they went out, they made a couple of big moves, bringing in Justin Fields, bringing in Russell Wilson. We'll see if they pan out. But obviously I love Mike Tomlin coming back for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we had this conversation on camera, off camera, and I had said I don't think he was going to come back after this year. I think he's going to kind of see what happens, and then come back or decide if he wants to come back or not. For him to sign a 3-year extension, like you said, it's kind of a, how can you say, like I think it's almost like a kind of what the Lakers did for like Kobe and like Big Ben. Like we're like, hey, we're gonna give you a new contract because we're loyal to you, you're loyal to us. But I don't think Tom is that type of coach that he would just stay to get money. I think he believes in this team, which feels really good. I think he does believe in his team. The way he's talked, when he's done press conferences or talked about this team. So I feel really good about that. And, Coach is talking about as long as John Harbaugh does it. And that's what I'm interested to see in Hard Knocks, the different coaching styles with Harbaugh, Tomlin. I was so
Stefanski and Taylor.
You know who I was going to say? Marvin Lewis. I thought he was still over there. Shout out to Marvin Lewis. So I'm interested to see that on Hard Knocks, but it feels good. I know there's a pocket of Steelers fans that are just not happy about it, and mediocrity, this and that. And I say to you, Steelers fans, not every team can win the Super Bowl every year, and you keep having this idea in your head of we're Super Bowl contenders every year. That's just It's not. It's a fantasy. Like you're not going to be Super Bowl contenders every year. You got to play with what you had. And if you really think about it, we had an aging QB. We really didn't have good players around us. And if this was our rebuilding to become a elite team now, we stayed 500 or better, made the playoffs when we shouldn't have. And if we make that jump to elite, like what are you complaining about? Like, why are you have your panties in a bunch? Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, every team has different expectations, right? There's, every team is at a different point in their either building, rebuilding, or whatever. I'm very critical of the Ravens because I think they do have most of the talent that they need to win a Super Bowl, right? They're Super Bowl contenders because they have Lamar Jackson. He's a two-time MVP at 27 years old or whatever he is, and they win a lot of games. They go to the playoffs every year. They're competitive. Uh, but they refuse to do the things they need to do to get over the hump, right? The Steelers, on the other hand, they win a lot of games. They're competitive. They get to the playoffs most years. But like you said, they had what 3 years at the end of Roethlisberger's career where he wasn't a top quarterback, where
Mhm.
the team was basically carrying him. Then you had you know what's his name, Kenny Pickett come in,
You
for a
forgot
couple of
Mittens
years.
already, huh?
Yeah, well, you had the Mason Rudolph year, a couple of years of Kenny Pickett. Like so, they've been without a actual franchise quarterback for 5-6 years now, right?
Yeah.
And to be able to stay above 500 without a franchise quarterback for that long is very impressive. And the thing is that they are doing what they need to do to build up the roster to try to make a run at the Super Bowl. So I don't think there's really anything to be upset about. I mean, maybe you look and say, "Hey, I don't believe in Russell Wilson." All right, but they went, they got Russell, they got Justin. You can disagree with those moves, but they're making the moves, right?
Yeah.
They went, they got George Pickens. They've been aggressive in trying to add even more playmakers to that offense. So I don't think that there's anything for Steelers fans to be upset with in terms of like their results and having Mike Tomlin come back. It's not a situation where Mike Tomlin's a bad coach and they're wasting talent. He's overachieving with the talent that they have.
Yeah, and Mike Tomlin, they're trying to get the Niners, and that Niners situation is very interesting because you see Brandon Ayuk making comments, and we know that he wants to come play for the Steelers. So, and yes, we'll address the caterpillar in the room. What the hell? Who the heck is this gangbanging accountant? Holy Mexican Coke should got to reverse that. Don't hate on Kenny Mittens. What's up, Big Reg? There's Endo. Yeah, right. Um, yeah, I just think that they're starting to get pieces around. I think he believes in him. He's saying, okay, give me a year or two, whether Russell Wilson is the answer. If not, Justin Fields. And then if they can get a Brandon Ayuk, and those don't work out, I still think you're going to be a competitive team and see what happens. Anything can happen in the playoffs. So, Steeler fans know that more than anybody. So we'll definitely see what happens. But I did like the move, and I'm happy he's staying a Steeler. And I think at the end of these 3 years, if he stays and he goes all 3 years, that he's just going to retire as a Steelers coach and might not take another job. He's that ingrained in Pittsburgh, and he's that ingrained into the Steelers. When you could tell when he talks about the Steelers, he means every word. He's not just there. And the Steelers have only had three coaches. Like that's wild to think about, and three coaches since their existence is crazy, so
Well, not
we'll
since
see.
their existence, since I think the actual like the merger. I mean, they had more coaches before that, but yeah.
Yeah, but we don't. I wasn't even alive then. Do we talk about that? Wasn't alive in the '70s either, but we still talk about that.
Yeah, there you go.
We know Ferris was though.
I'm say take a whole lot of credit for what happened in the '70s when you weren't alive, but that's right.
So before we get to our next couple topics, I'll ask you real quick. Too early NFL predictions. Give me some NFL predictions that are just way too early to predict right now.
Okay, well, if you saw on our channel over there on my brother, me and Jose over on Lunch Break Hot Take, we did our way too early predictions for the Ravens and the Panthers.
Yeah, I don't
So
really
I'll go
catch
ahead
it.
and yeah, I know. But we'll go ahead and spoil one of them for you. Panthers, 10 wins, winning the NFC South this year. Before you say, hey, they suck, they can't beat 10 teams, most of those wins, a good chunk of those wins are coming in division. Okay.
Yes, and the bump fight
it's
division.
A terrible division. It's a terrible division. They're going to get a nice chunk of wins there, and they're going to come out the division champions. I think also the Ravens, 10 wins. I think that the Ravens get 10 wins, and I think they struggle to make the playoffs this year because, like I said, that is the best division in football. If you look at it last year, I mean, the Ravens were great last year in the regular season, right? But you also had a Steelers team who didn't have a quarterback. You had a Bengals team who didn't have their starting quarterback for most of the season. You had a Browns team who didn't have their starting quarterback for most of the season, and all of them finished over 500. Now they've all got their quarterbacks back. It's going to be even tougher. And the Ravens somehow managed to downgrade their wide receiver core again.
It got worse on defense.
They very likely got worse on defense. They didn't address their O-line at all. So I think it's going to be tougher than a lot of Ravens fans are predicting.
Yeah, I think I've been seeing a lot of predictions and everything like that. And when Coach does one, I'll and I like listening to Coach and obviously you and Jose and Hendo when he gives his predictions. But I think but you guys are like almost like you could step back as a fan and look, and be realistic and be like, wait a minute, we didn't get that good we got worse on. I won't say worse, but you took a step back on defense. Whether or not it's gonna pan out like that, we'll see. But what happens? What if scenario? Patrick Queen left, Rokon gets worse. And that whole talk about how Rokon was Batman and Patrick Queen was Robin goes out the window. And it really turns out that Rokon Smith was really Dick Grayson and
Robin.
Patrick Queen was actually Bruce Wayne. That now Ravens fans are gonna be upset. So I think that okay, I like that.
You really do look like every middle-aged white YouTuber complaining about like comic books and everything right now. Like it's
really
crazy.
I look white.
It's great. Yes.
Is it the
incredible?
Light? Is it the light? Because my arms got darker. My legs are dark. My legs are dark.
You look like somebody sitting there talking about how they ruined your Star Wars.
I mean, they have. Let's be honest.
Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, the surprise guest has arrived.
What are those?
The double chins?
Oh, there's two sides of the mustache. My bad. I'm sorry.
Is the double chins?
Bruh.
The double chins?
Suge, you look amazing.
We need our percentage back.
You look amazing.
Look at
you look like a
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you're in a hot ass country and you're sweating, that beard needs to come off for a little bit. Okay.
Why didn't you take all of it off?
Because then I look like Uncle Fester.
And you don't now?
No, I at least look like an 80s porn star.
No. You look like the who's the father? Same show. Morticia's husband. You said Uncle Fester. Yeah, you look like him.
I forgot. Okay. I forgot.
What happened to Brodney? Brodney ran off?
He ran off.
Yeah, Gomez. That's it. Gomez.
Shit, we need a percentage back. Only Suge could go to Mexico and come back white.
Facts. He got a transplant. It was cheaper there.
Yeah, it was actually. I'm still gonna watch it. I actually haven't had a chance to watch it, Jay. Suge look like Gomez from the family.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Episode 4 is out?
Coach are always backlashing about something.
No, I'm just saying. Did I see episode 3? Yeah, episode 3 was good.
I wanted Kristen wanted to go with the handlebars.
You should.
Maybe a little longer, but that's fine. I wanted to cut it off, but it's just this double chin is just killing me right now. Like it's just,
it's like a triple.
I thanks, Hendo. Things end up asshole. I'll tell you this much. I leave the country for a while, and I literally talk about you so much. It's not even funny.
Who is you?
You, Hendo.
Me personally? Oh,
Yeah.
because you know all the little slide jokes and stuff that you keep making. Yeah.
No,
Well, I'm
I
sorry.
talked.
The same joke that you keep making. It's not
I
funny.
talked to some people about being a vegan.
Nice.
I talked about Ravens fans. I talked about meeting people offline and becoming friends with them.
Nice.
Um, I talked about going to jail with some people. Brought you up.
You've done that.
But how are you doing? How you doing? What's some too early NFL predictions for you?
I'm chilling. My baby girl is 4 years old today.
Not Dream is
just
4
left.
years old.
She just left here.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Dream.
Yes.
birthday.
Stream baby. Way too early predictions. Steelers gonna suck. Justin Fields is gonna be starting quarterback by week 7. Ravens
Trying to
might
go
struggle.
over.
Ravens might struggle. They might. Not too sure. They might struggle. Way too early predictions. Lamar's gonna get his 3rd MVP.
No, they're done giving him MVPs because there's no talent around him. They're finished with that. You got to.
Sheesh. No, Steelers might win the division, to be quite honest. If
I love your you're trying to do the whole reversal thing. Like, oh yeah, Steelers are gonna win the division.
no, they might win the division. It depends. Like, listen, I don't know if y'all spoke about this earlier, but you were a quarterback away. You've been a quarterback away for a couple seasons now, and you've been competitive each and every year. And you did what you did with Mason. Huh?
Don't even watch your own show.
It was busy. Anyway,
she's 4-year-old. You weren't busy. I don't even know what a birthday is, let alone an eternity.
Oh yes, she does know.
Right? Give her ice cream cake. She'll be good.
She does know. But yes, like
real ice cream. Real ice cream. Not that.
No, I know. But seriously, they could win a division. The one thing that you struggle with is the quarterback position and your offensive line. Over the past couple seasons, you built up that offensive line, and it's pretty much a strength now. Then you come in, and if Russell Wilson can replicate what he did last year under duress in a freer system with an albeit slightly downgraded wide receiver core, minus George Pickens, because you don't have a number 2. I think that's the only weakness the Steelers really have right now is their
Brandon Ayuk on his way.
Brandon Ayuk's coming to ball, baby.
I love when he brings the comedy.
I just did it.
Usually, Ravens will have the best O line in the league.
That's gonna be the Panthers.
Jeremy Miller. I think the CJ Stroud is an early MVP favorite.
Bruh. That's what you do. That's what you do for a young quarterback that exceed the expectations.
Lamar was somehow qualified for the Olympics for track with all the running around he's about to be doing because of.
First of all, Jay, this is Derrick Henry's for.
OZ left, OZ right. If anything, I see T. Higgins going to the Ravens.
Nah, I wish.
Hendo
they're not
going to trade him in division.
And Baltimore wouldn't pay him.
Yes, facts. That's the only reason I feel like Brandon Ayuk's not coming to Baltimore. Even if he got mid-level tier wide receiver money, Baltimore's not kicking out that.
That's the only reason? Not that they don't give a damn about the wide receiver position?
I mean, that too. I mean, but the money kills it all for us. Like, if he were a safety or cornerback, different story.
All right, before we get into one of our last topics, I know it's gonna take a minute. Paris Summer Olympics. You excited for it? What events you looking forward to? What events are you interested in watching? There's so many, and if you don't know the schedule, it starts July 26th, Friday, and Sunday, August 11th. So, what events are you excited for? What are you guys interested in seeing? Like, is there, there's a lot of things we forget about, and they've added a lot of cool stuff. A lot of the remember what they used to call it, X Games. So they've added cycling, BMX freestyle, racing, mountain biking.
Flag football.
Why do we have? Oh, that's field hockey. I was gonna say, why do we have hockey in the Summer Olympics? Field hockey,
Field
rowing, sailing. Like, who's not excited to watch sailing? I tell you what,
Nobody.
table tennis. Watch table tennis. They get crazy with their shots. I love watching table tennis. Taekwondo, tennis, triathlon, volleyball, weightlifting, wrestling. I'm excited about that. Judo, handball. Dude, California should win. We just send the people in prison and they'll just kill everybody in handball, literally.
So you getting a gold medal shoot?
Not a handball. I got small hands.
I appreciate the Olympics a lot because it's a reminder every 4 years that I don't like athletes so much as I like entertainers. These are all phenomenal athletes, but to quote, I believe it was Kenny Powers, trying to be the best at exercise. Fuck.
Look at y'all.
Runs 10 miles the fastest.
Coach is very excited for all the events.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, I'm excited for boxing.
Track
and field as well, because hopefully it'll give me some views. But I'm excited.
It's nice to watch. Yeah,
it is. But I'm really excited for the Caitlin Clarkless women's basketball team.
Can't wait for this last
segue.
Yeah, perfect way to segue. But before we segue, no, honest answer, Brahendo, what are you excited about? Like, which ones are you excited about?
Boxing and women's basketball.
Okay, 3-on-3.
Huh?
So 3-on-3. And poor Cameron Brick, she got hurt today.
That looked bad.
Really?
Yeah, that looked bad. So she might be out.
She was driving to the basket and her knee just went out, and she fell over, and they had to carry her to the locker room. Hopefully she's all right.
First of all, Coach, I can't get canceled. You got to be relevant to get canceled.
Oh, you relevant?
I'm not relevant.
Batman.
I really love the Olympics. I love watching competition and all that. I wouldn't say that I'm excited for any particular event, just because like when Usain Bolt was running, I was excited to watch Usain Bolt run. Katie Ledecky, I'm excited to see Katie swim again. Outside of that,
remember how we used to be excited about gymnastics? Like, when's the last time we got excited about gymnastics? Like, we just haven't. I am excited for wrestling. I'll be trying to check that out as much as I can. Boxing will be fun to watch. Basketball, obviously. The 3-on-3 has kind of lost its. Now that she's lost. The Brink has gotten hurt. Beach volleyball is always fun to watch because it tells me I can never compete in that because I can't move in sand. Diving. I don't want to be. I can't move off sand. I don't want to be that guy, but when you see a diver hit their head, it's kind of like
no, it's not. It's not funny.
Well, first off, I didn't say it was funny.
It's what? Finish that sentence, please.
I was gonna say it's kind of tragic to see.
Not with the segue that you led into that sentence with.
No, I did not. No, I did not. You did not hear.
We know what you meant. We know what you meant. But okay.
Yeah, Miss Brink got hurt.
Nice.
So, I think Simone Biles is not competing because she's pregnant.
What? No, she's
having a bit.
Pretty sure.
I don't think so. No, I think she's
Pretty
pregnant.
sure she's competing.
She said she wanted to give everybody else a chance.
But yeah, Simone Biles is fun to watch. Simone Biles is incredible. But Simone Biles makes the events not fun to watch because I know who's going to win.
You know it.
So I'm not interested in. I don't get excited for that stuff. I'll watch Simone, but I'm not watching the rest of it.
Do you know they have sports climbing? They need to make poker just an Olympic sport.
Wow.
No. They need to reel it back in and go the other direction. All right, they need to stop letting everything in.
All right. So Hendo wanted to segue to that great conversation.
What conversation?
Everybody's talking about, but we're not. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. Now, I'm gonna give you some numbers real quick. Both of them are top 5 in a lot of the categories of not just defense but offensively. I think they are 2 of the best rookies in the league, both playing at extremely high levels. And I heard an interesting quote today. They're two coach. All right, okay, I'm out, fellas. They're just they're playing on mid teams, not really good teams. But my question to you is not, the whole protecting Caitlin Clark or Reese a villain. My question to you is, has it become too much? Have people tried taken this and made it something way too bigger than it needs to be? I think watching some of the shows I was able to watch while on the boat, this week they played against each other. Reese had a foul on Caitlin. Move on. Why are we talking about it? Why are we so enamored to put these two against each other? You watch any social media, that's literally all you see. And a lot of people who've never played basketball chiming in on it, talking about, what Angel Reese needs to be suspended. Caitlin Clark, I watched a show this weekend where 2 people were talking about how Caitlin gets fouled and looks at the refs, and they say, "Yeah, nobody else does that." I wanted to comment: have you not watched basketball? Any basketball? That literally is from AAU up. They do every basketball player does that. Like it's become more annoying to watch now, because it's like, okay, cool, everyone has their favorite players, everybody has they want to support whoever they want to support, but when you're now taking away from the game and you're not even, like, we can all admit that was a foul, but was that a foul of Angel Reese trying to beat up Caitlin Clark? Can we all admit that Caitlin Clark flops? Yes. Can we all admit that Caitlin Clark, does whine to the refs? Yes. I could show you 20 other players in the NBA that do it. I could show you 20 other players in the WNBA that does it. And just outside noise and people that don't know the sport, it's become more frustrating. It's become now, and I don't know if you saw this, Endo, CNN. We're talking about it. The foul. What are you talking about? It's basketball. Like, what are we doing now? And it's becoming too much. And now it is overshadowing players like Asia Wilson. It's now the Aces are not playing good. So, but
Asia is though.
Yeah, she is. But it's starting to overshadow. Yeah, the Connecticut Suns. They're 12-1. They're the first team to win 13 of their first 14 games, I believe.
There's nobody going to talk about the Sun regardless of what happened.
But it's starting to overshadow and really starting to I don't know, it just feels now it's enjoyable to watch. And not because of the players, because it has nothing to do with the players. It's the outside noise. And Bronny, I know you have strong opinions about this, so we'll go to hand over. No, it's fine. Bronny, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think that it's very clear what's happening with a lot of the mainstream media is you're vilifying Black women and using the fact that Caitlin Clark is a popular white woman to drive traffic, essentially drive views, drive clicks, and things like that. Because, like you said, that foul when Reese, kind of hit her over the head, going for the block. He went for the block and missed and hit her in the head. Okay, it was a foul. They called it a flagrant. Fine. That's not a story. It's not a story if for anybody else. And we know that as a fact because we've had very hard fouls, dirty plays against Angel Reese that haven't gotten this kind of attention, right? It's every time that Caitlin Clark gets fouled that, like you said, CNN, Entertainment Tonight, like all of these non-sports entities are talking about it, putting assault in the headlines and everything.
Which is stupid, which is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, but that's the element that, and it's not Caitlin Clark's fault, obviously, but that's the element that's come in with Caitlin Clark because they wanted to just kind of jump onto the the story, the kind of a phenomenon that she was at Iowa, and ride that and kind of use her name to further their own agendas and things like that. It's very disappointing, but like I said, it shouldn't it shouldn't take away from the game. Uh, at least for me personally, I can kind of block out that stuff. I just keep scrolling because Caitlin Clark has been, she started off rough. She's been playing much better as of late. Angel Reese has been playing great lately. Aaliyah Edwards, Cameron Brink was playing really well. Again, hopefully she's all right after the injury tonight. But it's been a great rookie class. Like I said, with the Aces kind of floundering a bit, it looks like it's kind of wide open for the first time in a few years in the WNBA. So like it's a very exciting sport. There's a lot of great young players, a lot of great personalities that you can really get to know if you kind of just let the Clark and Reese stuff go by the wayside.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Brady, and and Hendo, you can piggyback off this. One of the things I have been seeing, and one of the complaints I have been seeing, is who is kind of going after Reese, and a lot of it being like the McCoy on what show is that? The Fox show with Joey Taylor, and Acho. I
Speak.
forgot what show that. Yeah, that one. Oh, Acho, Stephen A. Smith, McCoy, or is it McCoy or
LaShawn McCoy.
yeah, LaShawn McCoy. A lot of black people in the media, Shannon Sharp, Charles Barkley,
The
things
Coons.
like that.
A lot of
Coons
Coons, yeah.
The Coon
I'm not
Squad.
gonna say that.
The
I'm
Coon
not
Squad.
gonna-
That's why we said it.
Right, the
Okay.
Coon Squad.
But I think, and I see it. That has to be frustrating, and then it almost then makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? Am I saying that right? Or you know what I'm saying? Because that, like, a lot of people I've been seeing, like, it's just every other story is this, and they're like, yeah, da da da, and then like they're going hardcore at it, and it's like, okay, that's not a big deal. And you have people saying, well, they have to cover it or else they get fired. I don't think Shannon Sharp would. Do you think he would be that fake?
It's not about having to. It's about clicks and making money. It's about attracting people to watch what you're doing. It has nothing to do with any of these other things. If you go back throughout history and watch certain things that have happened, and Brian and I can say this because we've seen him. We've seen Shannon Sharp when it comes to certain issues on one side, just be like, brush it away. No, this is this and that. And then when it comes to us, he is so definitive in what he's talking about. He follows like in Stephen A's footsteps. Just like Emmanuel Acho, he does it. He does. You can sometimes look at Emmanuel Acho and see that he's looking in the camera like, I'm just saying this to get y'all to talk about it. So for me, it's becoming a little bit too much because they're trying to make it a race thing. It's really not. It has nothing to do with race. What it has to do with is they built Caitlin Clark up to be the next LeBron James of the WNBA. They saw what she did in college and thought she was going to go to the WNBA and dominate, but she doesn't have the lateral quickness or the movement to get off away from screens and move defensively and shift side to side. She doesn't have it right now. And she doesn't have the knowledge of the game being a rookie. And it's a lot more physical. These women are a lot stronger. So she can't come in and be the LeBron James. And she's struggling. So now they have to take the focus off of what they tried to make the spotlight of this league. So they have to spin these different narratives to get people to try to come and support Caitlin Clark because they're trying to uplift her. She's the great white hope for this league, but she's just not measuring up to it. And yes, she has been playing well of late because she's only been playing one game. When she has the back-to-backs, she struggles because she's not strong enough right now. That's not to say that she won't get stronger and she won't get better, but right now she's not what they projected her to be. And as far as these black women, these thugs attacking her, they don't realize Caitlin Clark talks a lot of shit. She talks a lot of shit and she does little things her damn self. And then these people, unlike college, are retaliating. They're like, I'm a grown ass woman. You ain't gonna come over here and yank me here or say some shit about my mother and think ain't nothing gonna happen. and then they catch it on TV. It's like, oh God, how could they do that to Caitlin Clark? She's just such an angel. She's done nothing wrong. No, she talks shit and she gets what she deserves. Just like in the NBA, you talk shit as a rookie, they gonna shut you down. But it's because it's a woman now. It's like, oh, they shouldn't do these things. They should be dainty and prissy and appear like a woman should appear on the court. This is sports. It has nothing to do with gender. But because this great white hype is supposed to come out here and uplift the WNBA, which has already been uplifted, and she ain't working out, now they're trying to make excuses for her.
I don't think they're trying to make excuses because she's doing pretty good. She's
doing well. Like I said, when she had to play back-to-backs in certain games within a week span, she struggled because she's not used to playing.
How you struggle when you have to play back-to-back?
Well, if you train properly, you wouldn't have to worry about that and would be just fine.
We know who trained you, so that you know.
Listen, Cheech.
Bonnie, anything else you want to say about this?
I do think that they are making excuses for Clark to an extent because if you kind of look at the numbers, right, they look okay. You mentioned to us one day that she was like 15th or 16th in the league in scoring, right? And when you say that, that sounds fine, but you're used to talking about leagues with 30 plus teams. When you say that she's 15th or 16th in scoring in the WNBA, what you're saying is she's not a number one scorer in that league, but she is because she plays for the Fever and she's kind of forced into that role, right? You think, hey, she's top 5 in assists. That's great, but she's leading the league in turnovers as well. So it's just 5.5. And again, I'm not saying that she's not playing well. Obviously, all of them are struggling with the transition to some extent, right? And she is put into a much bigger role than any of the other rookies. Like, she came into Indiana and she is Aaliyah Boston is the best player on the team, but she's kind of the face of the team. And they put her in that role. She's playing a ton of minutes, and they're like, you're running the offense, and we need you to be one of our top scorers and all this stuff. The other rookies don't have to deal with that. They don't have as much on their shoulders. But, like said, she came into the league with a lot of expectations. A lot of people, not even necessarily the WNBA themselves, pushed this Caitlin Clark thing. Oh, she's the next big thing, blah, blah, blah. And it hasn't come true as of yet, which, nobody should have been expecting that. But when you go that hard about it, then you have to explain why it's not happening. And so it's, hey, all these women, they all hate Caitlin. They're all jealous of Caitlin. They're beating her up just because, and it's not fair, and they should get suspended and all this stuff. When the reality is they're just playing basketball. And like Hendo said, she's not strong enough right now. She's also probably exhausted coming right off of the college season because there's no real break between the women's college basketball season and the start of the WNBA season. She's going to come back next year and be a much better player, I'm sure.
She better come back and look like Brock Lesnar's daughter. She come back and just banging. Have you seen Brock Lesnar's daughter?
I haven't.
She won the shot put for Colorado State.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I agree with Brian. I think Lieutenant Stabler is going to come back next season a little bit better. What?
That's fun.
What? McLovin is going to do well next season.
And the other part of what Hannah was saying with the movie, with people like Stephen A. Smith and Emmanuel Acho, it's not even just the engagement and the views and the clicks and everything. They're also, auditioning for future roles because they are allowing conservative media, like you said, to show Black men talking about Caitlin Clark this way, Black men talking down about Angel Reese, and that's something that's very attractive to certain networks.
Facts. And I'm gonna tell you, like, this is a Black man, and this is one thing that we say: don't involve yourself in female business, right or wrong. Don't involve yourself, and they're involving themselves a little bit too much in women's speak, so to speak. You should not be talking about women derogatory like that or getting in the midst of this. Like, this is not your fight, because no matter what you say or how you come off, you're gonna be wrong, regardless of which side you're on. You're gonna come off misogynistic in some instances, and just let it go. Just be like, look, It's a hard foul. Let it go. Listen, we thought Caitlin was going to be better. Angel Reese, she's like whatever, and let it go. But they go a little bit too hard for one side, and that's like I think somebody said with the McNutt situation with Stephen A. Smith. Like she told him, she was like, "Yo, until this Caitlin Clark stuff, you really didn't talk about the WNBA, and you had the platform to uplift the WNBA because you pick the topics. You bring on the people. You bring the people on the show that you want on the show." And you talk about whatever you want to talk about. So up until now, you didn't want to do anything. You didn't want to have anything to do with this league. But now all of a sudden, you bring in the Great White Hype, and now all of a sudden, you help bring the WNBA up. Like Stephen A. Smith is so full of himself, but I give Stephen A. props. He is King Coon. I give him props. He's King Coon. He's number one.
He made it to that mountaintop. The only thing that really matters is that Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso come next season, as long as they improve that guard play in Chicago, are going to be dominating that league real soon.
My Chicago Sky about to.
My Chicago Sky, you just fucking stop it, all right? You cannot be doing
this.
You and Jose.
I just said it first.
You and Jose bandwagoning on the My Chicago Sky.
What? Your Chicago Sky? What do you mean? My baby Candace Parker used to play for them. What are you talking about?
Fucking Christ. All right, man. You know what? Whatever. That's the first time I ever heard you say the words Candace or Parker.
You lying. My baby Christy Tolliver. My baby Christy Tolliver from the University of Maryland used to play for the Chicago Sky. Like, don't do this, bro. Don't do this.
Yeah, what about your girl Diamond DeShields?
Is she cool?
Playing like shit. Go ahead, say something.
I know you weren't here earlier. Let me get your thoughts on the Hard Knocks programming that we're going to be having with the NFL.
Jay. No, Dad said King Coon. He wears the crown. He's the King Coon. He's number one.
They're trying to give you an out.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Yeah, I said King Coon. Right. I'm sorry. What'd you say? Yes, the Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I love it. Like I thought that the Ravens should have been on the regular Hard Knocks sometime in the last 10 years, especially when Lamar came through. But to have the whole division kind of be in a spot, like I think that's kind of cool. We get to see each organization.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that last comment. That's what I'm talking about.
Bruh.
Get Paige in there.
Bruh.
Listen.
Listen.
But I don't think Paige Beckers is that good.
First of all, let me tell you
something. She's better than Caitlin.
Let me tell you this, Suge. Listen, don't listen. Listen. Do not listen. Do not, Suge. Do not listen.
She just doesn't look. She looks like she's gonna break in half anytime soon.
She is slight.
Sugarton. Listen,
she looks like the Slender Woman. Okay.
No, Sugarton. Do not listen to a word Brodney says.
Wow.
Paige Beckers is 100 times better than Caitlin Clark, and she's gonna come in and make this fucking Sky champions. Like I don't care what she looks like. That little girl can ball. I hate Connecticut, but I love Paige Beckers. Like that little girl. Even in the tournament, you could see that she was better coming off of an injury. You could see that she was better than Caitlin Clark because she has a better all-around game.
Caitlin's a better scorer, but Paige is a better all-around player for sure.
Facts.
Beckers, I think she only scored like 15 points.
She scored 27, but okay.
No, not against Iowa.
Okay. She didn't score 15. It might have been like 21.
It was like 15.
No.
Now you got him.
Because we got smartphone.
You know he can't type.
Shut up, Rodney.
Now he's gonna sit here. We had to sit
and wait for the one finger. Tick 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 tick.
My typing skills are amazing.
Nah, I can't tell because you haven't found an answer yet.
No, because my stupid thing. She had 17 points. She had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
It's a brand new computer.
And Carlin Carr had 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 21 points.
All right, that's one game, bro. That's one game.
Yeah, but she outplayed her all year.
Okay, she's coming off of
coming off right.
Okay.
Okay.
If she's injury prone, how's she going to be better?
Injury prone?
Who said
she got hair use? She was hurt for 2 years.
When was she hurt for 2 years?
She was hurt last year, and I think the year before. She got hurt in the tournament.
She tore her ACL
last year.
This season.
Yeah, last year. Came back. But the year before that, I think she got hurt.
She tore her ACL that season and missed the whole season.
No, before that.
Bruh.
How long do you think she's been in college, bro?
She's coming back for her senior year. She's been in college 4 years. So she played this year, missed a year. Her sophomore year, I think she missed, and her freshman year she played.
First of all, she was 22, 23. That's the season that she missed.
Sure. Why are you saying you think? You have your computer right there.
She didn't. Because
I'm trying to run a show.
She didn't get hurt in her first year. She got hurt in her second year, missed her third year, and then played 39.
She's gotten hurt 2 years in a row, like I said.
No, she didn't. Why are you not listening? When you tear an ACL, you sit out. She sat out the year with the torn ACL, then she came back this past season.
Because
she
played her freshman year, right?
Sure.
Then she missed her sophomore year.
No, she played in her sophomore year. She played in her sophomore year. That's when she tore her ACL, and she missed the junior year because of the torn.
Okay, so she got hurt. She got hurt mid season or tournament.
I don't know when. She played. It says 17 games. She played in her second season.
Okay, so
and she tore the ACL.
That's around midway.
And she missed.
She missed 2 seasons with the same.
Past season.
So she missed 2 seasons with the same injury. One and a half.
Good fucking Lord, bro. He got hurt once. And it takes a long time to come back from a torn ACL.
Listen.
Didn't Kobe come back from? No, he
didn't go to college. Also, Suge, why would I come back towards the end of another season and lose a year of eligibility and I'm not playing the full year when I just sit out the whole year and come back for a redshirt year? Like that doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know anything about college.
I'm sure you don't. Bring back Suge. Suge knows. I don't know who Chong. I don't know who you are. Chong. Bring Suge back.
Don't worry. Hey, first off, that's racist. Chong, really?
Right,
really?
Chong. Is that better?
Racist.
You're not Mexican, so
I am Mexican.
You're not Mexican. You're black.
No, I am Mexican.
You're black.
I went to Mexico and they called me Mexican.
All right, well, let me ask you this question. In Mexico, who was able to understand and speak more Spanish? You or your girl?
I did, actually.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Who's more fluent in Spanish, you or your girl?
Neither.
Yeah, you're tied at 0?
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Liar.
Hendo goes on these weird rants.
You don't want to talk about
just to prove when he's wrong. Like it just
what am I wrong about? We're talking about Paige Becker.
Most of the time you're wrong.
Yeah, it's false.
Most of the time you're wrong.
Okay, sure.
I mean, you're wrong about the Ravens. We all know that. Most of the time.
But just to I went and looked.
Oh, hold on. You're not pulling it. Hold up. You're not pulling a calling on me. We ain't doing that.
Can I ignore stats? Paige Becker is a better shooter. She averaged more steals, more blocks, because she's also a better defensive player. Caitlin scores more. Obviously, she's a better scorer.
She's a better turner on the ball over.
But again, Paige is a better all-around player. And also, they have to share the ball more in UConn than they do in Iowa, really. Well, she does, because they have great players in UConn.
But they don't have great players in Iowa?
No, they have good players in Iowa.
Wait, you just said what you just said? What'd you say?
They have good, not great.
You gotta change it up, huh?
No. But to follow up on the question that you had before, one of her teammates is in the WNBA and playing well.
You mean that 6-6 team?
Mm-hmm. What's Caitlin's record?
They had to play 15 games.
What's the record?
What?
4
better. No, they're 5-10. Better than the Sky. Remember that.
Mm-hmm. Congrats on being better at missing the playoffs.
Right. They just got one of their pieces back recently, so we'll see.
Who came back recently?
Cardoso.
She's been back for like a month.
She's been back for like a week and a half.
God, Bronny, I see where the excuses from Ravens fans come from.
You mean like your excuses for Caitlin Clark?
Pieces back. We got our pieces back. She's been back for a month.
Yeah, okay. like Caitlin Clark excuses that you make?
What excuses?
Like,
What excuses?
oh, she played 15 games.
She played 15 games. Okay.
So what?
Okay, cool. So what? I said
They
she
all,
played.
They all played the same number of games.
Well,
In
they
the
have,
end.
they have it right now. In the end, yes.
Yeah, and
But in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, Lord. The Sparks have also played 15 games.
How many
The excuses
have?
for them? The Sun have played 14. The Liberty have played 14. The Lynx have played 14. The Storm have played 14. The Mercury have played 14. Like
Now?
Yeah, you know what? You know why maybe the Aces have played fewer games? Maybe because the rest of the league refused to play them in the preseason.
Facts.
These are
They
regular
need
season
more
games.
time to get. Yeah, they need more time to get ready to go since they didn't have the preseason games to get themselves going like everybody else did. They had to go and play the Puerto Rican national team because Caitlin was too scared to roll up. Because Caitlin was too scared to roll into Vegas.
I'm not gonna let you try to disrespect the Puerto Rican team. Okay.
I'm not disrespecting them. I'm saying they had to go play the Puerto Rican national team. They don't play in the WNBA. What were they playing them for?
But NBA teams go play.
Because Caitlin was scared to roll into Vegas.
Oh
Terrifying.
yeah, she made the schedule. I don't want to roll into Vegas.
Shaking in her boots.
You know, might get jumped by you know who. You know.
Wow.
God. Anyway, Hendo comes on the show and just screws everything up.
Then I won't be back. Don't worry about
Hendo,
it.
real quick, thoughts on Boston winning the championship?
Man, fuck Boston.
Exactly.
Fuck them, everything they stand for as an organization, the players, the fucking city. Fuck Boston.
Why is that owner named Wick? What the fuck is that? Why is his name Wick? WYC. What the fuck is that?
Who?
I hate everything about that team.
Boston.
He's the owner, the president of the Celtics. He was there giving a speech. He accepted the trophy. Named Wick. WYC.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck the guy that constructed the
coach
team.
too.
Fuck Red Auerbach. Fuck them all. R.I.P. Bill Walton.
And Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, fuck Joe Mazzulla.
I didn't ask you guys this because we did the passing of Jerry West. You think they're going to come up with a new silhouette for the NBA?
No.
I've seen people ask this, right? And it just doesn't make sense to me that like, hey, we want you to be the logo. Oh, you're dead. Never mind. Taking that away. What?
Well, a lot of people wanted Kobe to be the logo, but I thought that was kind of
what the hell would they do that?
Not
for?
a lot of people. Only Kobe fans.
I didn't want him to be one.
Only Kobe fans wanted that.
I didn't want him to be one.
No, I didn't say you should.
Yeah.
If you would like to talk some Tank Davis, go see. Go.
We did put out a video on Ring Kings yesterday, talking about that whole card and then talking to Devin Haney because Devin Haney continues to be a weirdo loser. But Tank Davis looked outstanding against Frank Martin. Frank Martin is a very, very, very skilled fighter. He fought well, but he ran into a better fighter. I don't think there's anybody at 135 or 140 that can see Tank Davis.
Baltimore, baby.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the fight because I was out of the country. But make sure to check out ringkings.com or ringkings on YouTube, not .com. That's lbht.com for all those links.
LBHT
show. Sorry, LBHT show. Sorry, I'm a little rusty. Okay.
Was the beard your like the source of your hosting powers?
Probably.
No, it was a pretty good card. David Benavidez was on he was the co-main. He was very impressive in his debut at 175. But sure, if you get a chance, you should go back and watch the Tank fight. It was very entertaining, even with how it ended.
Hey, I'm gonna get back in boxing so bad. Too many names to remember. Too many names.
It's really not too many. It's really not too many. Also, sure, I'm gonna need that top 10 list from you.
You still answer that?
The
top 10 list.
Yes, I will definitely get that to you by this week.
By 2025.
No, I'll get it to him this week. I've been out of town. I'm sorry.
He's been asking for it for like 4 weeks now.
He's been asking for it for 2 weeks.
He was on a cruise with nothing to do. but that ain't my business.
Oh, I had a lot to do on my cruise. I ate like a
Tequila.
that too. I tell you what though, they have too many vegan options. Need to cut that out. Okay.
Listen, all week long. Like, I don't know if you know about these two sisters, Haley and Chloe. I don't know their last names, but one of them played the Little Mermaid or whatever.
Bailey.
Yeah, them sisters. One of them was a vegan, and apparently she decided I'm giving up veganism after like 7 or 10 years or whatever. And all week my family's been like, "Yo, just go for it. Screw it. Just eat some meat." Pause. Can't do it. I don't know why everybody's trying to convince me just to be like, they're like, "Yeah, world's
I don't
about to
want
end
you-
sometime soon."
I don't want you to change.
That's right, bro. But I will
I'm
say,
not trying to convince you to give it up. I'm trying to convince you to stop lying.
well, no, Brady. Sometimes you like just fucking just go ahead and just take a bite of something and just.
Oh no, that's because you having in the messages talking about, oh man, oh I wish I had some crab cakes. Like fucking eat some crab cakes then, man. You're a grown man, right?
Yeah.
And if you eat some crab cakes today, they'll still let you be vegan tomorrow. They're weak-willed.
You sure? I've seen the vegan police come and use the veganizing ray on somebody and take all their powers. I've seen it. I've seen it.
I'll tell you one thing about my trip that I really enjoyed was the fact that I got to see exotic fish in the ocean. Like I've never. It was.
Were you in the water with them?
No. We were just walking along the port, and there was just blue fish with spots on them, big old other fish swimming with them, and it just water was clear. It's amazing.
Yes, Jeremy. Yes, Jeremy. I would.
He's already vegan.
Who are you posing that question to? We aren't
He's
ready.
already.
I think he was talking to you, Brady. I would.
No.
But yes, you should get in the water with them.
If you told me that the Ravens would win a Super Bowl, I went vegan. I would eat exclusively meat.
Wow, Bradley, really?
You know what? I didn't get in the water at all this weekend.
That's good. What? That's good. It's good. It's a lot of fish. It's a lot of fish swimming in the water. Don't get there.
No, well, we weren't in each area long enough to get in the water like that. But the pools were small, and I'm fat, so it's like it'll look like a bathtub for me.
You thought you were going to displace all the water? Like, I don't understand.
No, the pools are small.
Don't get in the pool. Don't get in the pools either.
I'm good.
Don't
listen to this.
Sure.
Don't listen.
We went on a cruise to Mexico for my birthday a couple years back, and I'm trying to live in the moment and be like, you know what? Take all your OCD, just push it aside. Got in the jacuzzi, right? Get in the jacuzzi, be sitting there. It's this hippie couple from Pennsylvania. Don't know how they got to Mexico, but they're sitting in there with us. Two hippies. And no, but listen. They're sitting there and they're just, they're hugging up and kissing and rubbing. And we just like, oh, this is weird. Y'all didn't have to get in here for that. Next thing you know, we see this stuff just float to the top of the water and start traveling towards us. It's like, nope, get out, never go back again.
What's that stuff?
I don't know. It's brown. So I don't know what the fuck it was.
That's not.
You ain't gonna see a doctor for that one.
I don't know.
That's not a jacuzzi issue. That's a you being in there with complete strangers issue.
No, they got in. I'm just saying.
I think Hendo should do a get together on a cruise for everybody. Could you imagine Ferris, Hendo?
That was an idea. That actually was an idea the coach brought up.
That would be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah, they give cruises right there in Chesapeake Bay. I know because I went on one in 4th grade.
Right in the harbor. We go to the harbor.
Had the bartender and everything.
Which I said, people drink way too much on cruises.
First of all, we have to get bigger than we are right now to do the cruise thing, though.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do. If we want a decent sized turnout, but if it's just for us and whomever else wants to join us, I'm down with it. Like, I'm down with it.
You gotta get Bronny on the boat though. I'll be chilling with Bronny on the end of the boat, drinking while he drinks pina coladas, and I'm just taking shots of tequila, and he's yelling at me.
Sure.
Drinking pina
Sure.
coladas even.
I don't know why.
You
But
don't drink pina colada? You don't virgin?
I don't know. It's not like
it
I don't
should.
know.
Are you gonna be on? Are you gonna be on the end of the boat with your arms out like this?
I tried that.
I know you did. I know you did because you're an idiot.
But you know what? Tell me why. Tell me why they started playing Titanic music on this damn cruise. Anyway,
So they saw you going to the end of the boat.
The boss is walked by. He got to shut the show down now.
No, we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes.
As soon as she walked by, he's like, all right, y'all. It's time to wrap.
Oh shit. See you next week.
And they'll let them know where they can find you at.
You can probably be on the RougPod. That's it. You don't know nothing. I can't tell you whenever you're gonna see me live stream again. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's such a blast not live streaming.
It really is.
It's the best.
It's so amazing.
It is great.
Is LBHC cut the live stream too?
No, they still do
No,
that.
we do a sports show, but I'm gonna tell Coach we might need to just throw like a RIP up on that Ravens roundup.
Except
Like
for when the season
starts.
starts. Live streaming the season starts. Yeah. We live streaming the season starts. You know, I'll be back. Me and Brian will be back when the season starts. Brian and I will be back when the season starts, or around when there starts to be news, because there's really not any news. And Suge, you know, we're not the ones that just come on here and be like, oh no, somebody said something bad about Lamar. Let's make a 20-minute video.
Yeah, so you know we can't just sit here and talk about whatever.
Facts. You can't just do that.
That's not what we do.
It's not what we do. It's not our MO.
Oh, Hendo, real quick before we get out of here. Who do you think is gonna rage first on NCAA 25?
Who's gonna what?
Rage quit first on NCAA 25.
Who's in the league?
In our online dynasty. It's the Suge one.
Noah.
So there's one answer.
Noah.
Interesting.
No, I take that back. Suge. It's gonna be Suge.
It's probably Suge.
It's gonna be Suge.
Suge rages, but he doesn't quit things.
Magic, the Dynasty League.
Fortnite.
Predator.
But I think it's obvious. Ferris.
What is it? What is the other game you play?
Apex
Predator. Yeah, Apex
you
Predator.
Are so goddamn old.
Yes, Suge. So damn old. Apex Predator.
They called it Predator.
Yeah,
Apex Legends.
Apex Predator.
It's Apex Legends.
Anyway, Brian, let people know where they can find you.
Well, I mean, Ando just did that, so whatever. You can find us over on Let's Break Hot Take every Wednesday, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time for the LBHT show, followed up by the Overtime show for patrons. And it feels so good to say this. That is it.
Except for
no, shut up, stop. That is it.
Except for Brodney is now script writing, and he wrote me a wonderful script for a video that I'm having that I just really read over today. And
why you tell me you like the script if you just read it today?
No, I skimmed over it before, but I'm ready to record it now, so I really in depth read it today. Okay. So
and you can probably hear Suge Knight.
First of all, tell the story, Suge.
Yell at me? Really? He's late to the show. And he's gonna yell at me?
How about this, Suge? I make a promise to you, Suge. I will never be late again. I promise this.
But you're gonna be on the show.
No.
Yes, we're gonna ramp it up when NCAA comes out. A show every week.
Who's gonna record the stats of the weekly show? I mean, every week of who won and who lost. We need a Sports Center.
Well, we'll find somebody. Don't worry, we'll find somebody.
We need a Sports Center type show to show me winning the college football league.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
Ferris has an entire sports network.
He does. He has a network
with employees
and
producers and whatnot.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna do it.
We don't have employees.
I don't care if Ferris does it. He can delegate it to somebody.
Fuck Ferris. We're not talking about him.
Oh, that's rude.
That's my brother. I mean, love Ferris. But we're not talking about him. We're talking about
your
my brother.
You can find me here, Suge Knight 323 And Trignite 1323 on Twitch. I'll be doing some more streams. Steel Conspiracy is gonna kind of be back once NCAA 25 comes out. But yeah, like Hendo says, kind of expected to be back once the off season starts, and we'll, I'm thinking about moving the show to Sundays, but we will see what happens.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
That's-
Good luck with it.
Look, I know that John Travolta is so pissed off that you keep bringing up that he was blackface or brownface in that movie.
That is terrible.
You know what Jose showed me too? That movie was Once Upon a Time in Mexico. You know who was in brownface in that movie? Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, and with that, we are out of here. Have a good night.